What's good, everybody? It's your boy DK, and we are back with another episode of Rude Love. And I got my boy DJ Yaz. What's going on, bro?
What's good, my G? How you doing?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Just trying to stay out of the rain right now. It's that time right now in the city.
Yeah, I know weather's been quite peak lately, to be fair. I
Y-
hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been a bit mad.
But it's kind of like the same in the UK, though, right? No?
Yeah, man, like, we're used to rain. Like, even like, I moved here 5 years ago, so even back there, yeah, the weather climate, I feel as though it's the exact same thing as like where it is here. So
Right.
ain't nothing changed. We're used to seeing this rain all the time.
Yo, nah, I feel that. That's what's up, bro. So like, so obviously, you're a DJ out here in Vancouver. You've been here for 5 years. So what's that been like? Like, what's your perception of moving to a whole new place, like doing your thing? Because now you're like doing your thing, like you're, playing all over the city and everything like that. So, I mean, I feel like that's something that most people want to do, like in their own city, or if they go to like another city. So, what's that been like for you?
Like, to be fair, yeah, like moving out here was a bit different because of like the culture shift. You get me? So like coming down from somewhere else where people act kind of like differently compared to how they act here, it was definitely a culture shift. Especially when I first came down here, yeah, like it was like hard to kind of make connections with people here because it's kind of Vancouver's got this reputation that I now know of like it's quite clicky.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's time to find the right people.
Yeah.
So yeah, like moving out here was definitely quite different compared to what I was used to over there. So it took time to adjust for sure. Like I just feel as though with here everyone kind of knows each other from back in the day and high school and that, and then even my small circle of friends here, they tend to be not from here.
Right.
You get it?
Right, 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 right.
Yeah. So it's been quite different. Like there's ups and downs of being here, but I feel as though it can vary and it just depends on things. But the quality of life here is the reason I'm out here. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's better than the UK?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you do, right? So I feel as though um, the way I like to explain it, because I do music, I'm a DJ, is in the UK, although there's kind of more of a nightlife over there, more places to go, the industry over there is a lot more saturated. In the sense that
Mm.
everyone's kind of got the same type of style when they play or when they DJ, so it's harder to make a name for yourself over there when there's
Mm.
already so many more established names. You know what I mean? So when I moved out here, the whole point was to be different.
Mm-hmm.
So being the only kind of DJ from the UK um, kind of helped me propel to the position I'm in now, which which is what kind of benefits me and then improves my quality of life because I'm working a lot more,
Right.
especially in music. You know, it's not easy.
Yeah, right, right, right.
You get it? So like being able to be an artist and practice my craft and get paid for that fully and that is nice. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Right.
So that's what I mean by quality of life. Like over there, it's more of a struggle in terms of being able to get work, growing your popularity, and being able to build up. So I thought, you know what, like why not move to North America, be somewhere where you're different, and then grow like that.
Right. No, that's a perfect like game plan for real, bro. Like it's dope. And I think I was just telling you before, like I thought it was like I already knew you were gonna be dope because you said you're from the UK, right? One of my best friends, he's from the UK. Shout out Harry. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Harry.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's like weird like when you meet somebody randomly from like a different place and then you guys like can connect like as if you guys have grew up like in the same neighborhood or something like that.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like so I had that with this homie. And yeah, man, and I just realized like, yo, whenever I meet someone from the UK or like Australia's another one, they got some cool people over there. Like a lot of like I feel like Australians are kind of like granola in the same way that like Vancouver people are,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then you'll still meet like some people who kind of like got the culture thing going, and I'm like, oh, okay, shoot, like,
Yeah, it is. You know what it is? It's like it's the energy. So it's the energy of people who come from a different place. Yeah, you can kind of like connect in a sense that you can't with others. So
mm-hmm,
like, okay, you and I, for example, yeah, even you're from Alberta.
yeah,
Yeah. So like, even people in Alberta, they're nice. And what I've done a couple shows out there and I've DJed out there. is so different the way people treat you. It's insane.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it's only restricted to DC.
Man, bro, like, and I hate, cause like the thing is, like, when I first moved here for the first like probably 5 years, like everyone was on that, like, oh yeah, Vancouver's this and Vancouver's that, and I was always like, I don't know what you mean, yo, like it's lit as fuck out here, you know. But then I realized, bro, I'm just like, okay, nah, it's definitely this, and so. I mean, I don't know. Like it's like I don't know what it is that could change it for the better because I feel like everybody complains about it, but at the same time nobody is like willing to be the change that they want to see. You know what I mean? So it's just like yo, it's a mind fuck, bro, cuz at some point you start to think like, yo, is it me? Like
No, exactly that. Exactly that. Like at times, yeah, I feel like you feel isolated a little bit because if you're different, if you bring anything that's different, yeah, it's a little bit of a culture shock when you come to a city like this. You get it? So
yeah.
it's like I always say, like even with like I launched my events company 222 Party, and the whole point was to like shift the culture,
Mm.
like change people's perspective on what it is that this city brings. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even the way in which I pick the DJs to play, yeah, I try and pick DJs from different collectives to come together and collaborate. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Rather
right.
than be at you know at each other's head like and have this weird tension and all that. Like I'm not trying to do that. I'm
Right.
trying to get people to work together. So obviously it's progressed a lot since I moved here. Before it was probably worse than it is now. Like I feel like there's been a lot of progression, but like it still exists that little bit of stigma.
Mhm.
Yeah. So and it's like I feel as though people like to talk amongst themselves quite a lot.
Right. Oh, bro, trust me. I
You know
know
what I mean?
all about that.
So it's like they never really kind of go to the source. They just go by what they hear and then they just carry on and just go with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Like the rumor mill will be here, it goes 100 miles a minute. It will be relevant today and then it won't matter next week because there's a new thing to talk about.
Yeah, yeah, I would definitely say that. That's true. That is true. I mean, I hope I've been out the way long enough that like nobody's speaking on me no more. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't say it was crazy like at any point, but definitely within the industry for sure. Like music, like like the clubs and shit like that. Definitely, there was like you could just feel it, bro. And like, cause you know when somebody has like a strange vibe towards you. You know what I mean? Like I can just pick it up, obviously, because I'm just so like
You pick up bad energy.
exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I feel like I'm an energy person. I've always been an energy person. So it's like when you feel that bad energy around you, yeah, it's just like you can kind of just sense it. And the problem is in like Vancouver, and like it can happen more often than you'd like. So it's like, and it's like the more you progress, the more people see you doing something a little different, the more kind of like attention that gets, and the more people want to kind of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So, but I also feel as though like that's part of the adversity, like it's part of the journey in music. Whether
Right.
you're an artist, or whether you're a DJ, or whether you're doing whatever it is to do in the arts, yeah, it's always going to be something like there's always going to be those type of people around you. It's about how you approach that.
Right. Absolutely.
So even when stuff like that happens to me, I like to keep my head down and just carry on grinding, and then you know what I'm saying it will work itself out. Someone told me the other day that they said you're gonna be where you end up where you're supposed to be. So if something don't work out, then you're meant to be somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I've never really been because I'm. It might be because I'm not from here. I've never been the type of person who thinks to myself, "I'm gonna stay in one city."
Right, exactly. No, I feel that exactly right there, and that's why I was like in like the states for like
You're gone for a minute.
yeah, I've been gone for a minute. I really wasn't about to come back, to be completely honest, right? Like I was like, oh okay, nah, I'm done with it. Like I went and tinted my windows super crazy, right? Like and even my like front windshield is like tinted on some like LA shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
oh, you took the whip and just went down there.
I just went, bro. And then now, I came back though, right? Doing business with the homie, right? And so it's cool. Like I appreciate it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh shit, now I'm like rolling down my windows when like I see cops and everything because I'm like, oh fuck.
You
But
got that experience as well. Like you went outside the city, you experienced a different type of culture, and that's the reason you wanted to stay there. So,
Well, no, 100%. And like I was already like going out to the States a lot, and then but it just so and actually 2020 I almost moved to Florida, and then 2020 like one I almost moved to Florida again, and then I think one more time I was about to move to LA, and then this time I was like, hey, nah, this is the time, right? But it wasn't right though, because when it's not right, it's not right. So it's all good. We'll see. I mean, I just want to see the world though. Like you said, like I don't have the mentality of like, oh, I owe Vancouver like I fuck with Vancouver heavy, like I always will. But at the same time, I'm just like, hey, yo, there's like so many different things. I mean, like going on, right? And for me, it was so refreshing to go to another city and just be received like so well, you know what I mean? And like I just really felt like, oh damn, like yo, you know what I mean? And it's like that one story about the father who tells his son like, yo, take this car, you know what I mean? And like try and sell it or whatever, but he brings it to like the right place and they offer the right money, right? So it's like your value is always your value. It's just you need to be in the right room where you're valued at, you know what I mean? And so I got to feel that for a second again, and I was like, okay, yo, dope, this is what's up. So you know, it's just a little bit about that, and then yeah, man, like so I guess, you know, while I'm here, like let me know anything that I can do to like, you know, contribute to the movement, bro. I'm down, like, you know, because oh hell yeah, like I'm always down, you know. It's just like I just scaled it back a bit because I'm like, yo, like I'm not gonna keep putting myself out there and like, you know, die for some shit that people don't even like, you know. If you guys don't want to, like, bro, I've tried so much different things, bro, like music industry shit, like, bro, like I got homies in the industry from outside of Vancouver that I'm always trying to like show people, okay, yo, this is how the industry works, like music wise, you know, like, oh, this is how the labels work, bro. Like, cause I'm not even talking about Canadian labels. I'm talking about the American labels. Like I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Try to spit game to people. And it's just always like received super weird. So I'm just like, yo, honestly, all right, then like, what do you want? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. And I feel like that's where we relate. Like, it's quite, the industry's quite confusing here. But the one thing is, you know, I have, luckily, I met the right people. And I have a couple of the OGs who I look up to. And you know, they always advocate to change the culture, right? Like, I've talked to a couple of OGs, like Floetic, you know, Icy Touch, even Dizzy. Like,
Oh yeah.
saying, like, these men that shout out to them, like they always are the people who can keep me grounded, even in my time of need. Like I feel as though those are the people who tell you, listen, everyone goes through it. It's okay. It's not the first time it happens. It's not the last time it happens. But at the end of the day, it's about how you come out of it and how you can change the culture. Like a lot of people like to come to Vancouver who aren't from here and say, okay, yeah, nightlife shit, events bad, this, that. But no one changes anything.
They don't do nothing about it. Exactly. Yeah.
So, and I'll still remember this because Floetic told me this. Yeah, after I you know, threw a couple events, and he was just like, you know what? A lot of people talk about this stuff, but no one actually goes and does it.
Right.
You're doing something about it, right? And that's what everything, like, it's all about. Like I want to change that kind of mindset of, hey, yeah, like this person's weird because they're doing something different.
Right.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
And it might take time.
Yeah, no, shout out Floetic, you know, Icy Touch too, like bro, it's crazy because like I've been seeing them do their thing since even before I got out here.
Oh, they've been for a minute. Because Floetic's from Alberta, yeah?
Oh, is he for real?
From Alberta, he moved from Alberta.
Oh shit, bro, I didn't even know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not even actually from here, and that's why he's a vibe.
Yeah. Is he from Calgary or is he from Edmonton?
I don't remember. I know it's one of the two, but I do know he's from Alberta.
Man, I never knew that, bro. That's crazy. Okay, dope. Yeah.
Even all the other guys, like the Intuition guys, all from Alberta. Holiday.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Now, like, bro, I mean, I feel like we gotta link up, bro. Like, we gotta all link up and just try to push a movement, bro. Cause like, why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the city is still, even after how long I've been here, it's still wide open, bruh.
The
Like,
potential, it's so crazy. It's like even me and my boy Red, who's obviously off camera right now. Yeah, like we see the vision
right,
so much more differently than anyone else. Like we look at it and we're like, okay, the city has so much potential,
right,
so much potential, but it's like being able to grasp that and change and use that to change something and put the city on the map is so much more difficult than it has to be. So
yeah,
we see the potential, and that's the problem. Like, that's why we always try and advocate for pushing it.
right,
But it can be tough because it's like there's just so much politics. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So it's like just having to keep our head down and try and, like you said, start that type of movement just to shift that culture, shift it. You can't tell me Alberta's one province over, yeah, but their culture is there.
right. You think so?
I think there's so much culture there, bro. So
What?
much culture there. I went to Calgary last November.
Yeah.
I played at Fire and Ice.
Oh
I
yeah.
love that place.
Yeah, Fire and Ice is a
It
vibe.
was just like, there's a lot of Afro-Caribbean people. Like,
Yeah.
that's the type of stuff that I love playing that type of music, Afrobeat, dancehall, all that kind of stuff. But they show you love, man. Like, it's insane. They give me a whole round of applause at the end of the show. Like,
Oh what?
like it was nuts.
Yeah.
To leave the room, man. It was insane.
Yo, bro,
Bro, like
Doc.
proper. I actually like. I really, really like. I fuck with Alberta a lot. I can't lie. Like,
Yeah,
it really showed me like a whole different type of culture. I was like,
bro.
Vancouver needs a bit of this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's dope, bro. I mean, yo, like, we could try and get some shit popping out there too, like,
Oh, vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like, and people are more updated with music.
Oh,
Music, their knowledge is so much better. I played stuff that I can't play.
what?
They understood the assignment. It's insane.
What the, bro? Come on, Vancouver, bro. We got it. Like, this is just, nah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But as I said, Vancouver's getting there, step by step.
Step by step. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna come out because
Step out.
yeah, like,
See what going because I guess it's been a minute since I've seen you.
yeah, yo, bro. I haven't been out like,
Since I've seen you at Pierre's like last year.
oh yeah, well,
For your little like you did like.
okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
We met. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. I haven't stepped out at all,
Since that day.
bro. And it's crazy because like I used to host Fortune. You know what I mean,
Oh, you're doing a little bit of madness there.
bro? Like I was out and about, but like
Ghost.
yeah, I had to, bro. It just was like I don't know.
It might be time, man. Step out.
Yeah,
Help us change the culture, bro.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm down, bro. I'm down. Okay. Speaking of culture too, like, so what would you say is the major difference between the UK like dating scene and like Vancouver dating scene? Because from what I've heard, like people say that UK got some baddies, yo. Like that's what I heard, and I mean, I think I believe it.
Yeah, no, you know what it is, yeah, and I can understand that because the UK has got more diverse, like amounts of women in a smaller area. So like take it in here, like the population here, yeah, is about 38 million, whatever. Population in the UK about 80 million. London alone, yeah, which is the size of basically Vancouver, 16 million people.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
you're gonna see
Okay.
people of all kinds of like different cultures and
Yeah. Yeah.
like different flavors and this and that's there.
What?
And it's like from all nationalities, right? And think about it, Europe, yeah. We're in North America. You got Canada and the US kind of close together, right? Europe, yeah. So many different countries, an hour away on a flight. Or
Yeah.
plane and that, like so many people, Europeans, all different countries. They love that. It's diverse.
Right.
So that's what they say. But then
Bro.
the other side of it is, yeah, like, okay, so say you go over there, yeah,
Mhm.
UK, they see you, North American man. Now you have the accent.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like, okay.
Right.
Yeah, I like it. I like him because you know what I'm saying he sound like this.
Mhm.
Just like the flip side is like if you come from the UK and you come to North America,
Yeah.
oh my God, you from London?
Right.
I mean, like
Yeah.
that's how it is over here. So like, I guess it just depends on the person. You get it?
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro. So now I might need to make a little.
Yo, you might honestly make a trip. Because you know what's
Oh.
crazy? Like, one of my boys from the UK
Yeah.
came down to Vancouver, and I was like, yo, love Vancouver girls, man. Like, give me attention and that. For my accent, all I gotta say is I'm from London.
Right, right.
Shocked by it. I mean,
Yeah,
within
yeah.
2 weeks he came back again, like a couple months later, like enjoyed himself that much.
That's
So it just
crazy.
depends. It's a funny question because it just depends where you're from as the man
Mm,
and where you go to in it.
right.
You'll see more as like they see you as more of an exotic.
That's crazy. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, that makes sense, bro. That makes sense. So, okay, so like, so because obviously Vancouver, when it comes to like talking to women, I feel like is a little bit strange for sure. Like, are UK women like more open to just like general conversation, or like how does that look?
100%. So
What?
like a lot of the UK women can be more open to conversation.
Mm,
I know what you mean by that.
right.
Like with Vancouver, at times a little bit bougie here and there. You know what I mean? Like it's that type of city where I feel as though it's like if you're not somebody,
Mm-hmm.
then they don't want to chat to you like that. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
It's a very like clout orientated city.
Yeah, yeah.
From my personal experience, I
No,
feel as though that's what it is like.
for sure.
In the UK, it's not necessarily about that. It's about I feel as though how you approach.
Okay.
It's a lot more like that.
Mm,
Obviously, it helps if you're from somewhere else and then you go there.
right.
But like, I do feel like it's a lot easier to be able to make conversation.
Mm,
To me, as a man, like personally, like I've always been a confident person. I'm an extrovert. Like, that's part of the reason I DJ. I get my energy from people.
okay.
It's okay. Like it don't really matter. But like for a lot of people, it just depends. It depends how you are in your approach. You know what I mean? But they are definitely. I'm sure you've heard that from. Right? You have friends from UK. They are more approachable. I would say.
Right.
Or they'll approach you. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I would definitely say that, yeah, like even just off of being in the States for a little bit, like it's just like it's such a I don't know how to explain it, but like yeah, I mean cuz you got the girls that feel like they're too fly everywhere. That's everywhere, right? For sure. But then at the same time, yeah, like I would definitely say there was like some baddies that I met in AZ that like were cool as fuck too, right? So
Do you think that's restricted to this city type thing? Or
the
do you think it's the difference between like Canada and America?
like okay, I would say that Canada and America definitely have that difference for sure, but I would definitely say that like Vancouver, it's like even more than Toronto. And like,
You reckon?
oh yeah,
More than
like
Toronto, yeah.
yeah, like because I'm notorious for like I don't really like fuck with Toronto like that crazy. I think it's cool, but like it's just not my favorite place. Like you know what I mean? I don't know why, but I just never have a good time there. Like um, and like I would definitely say it's definitely more vibey, like for sure. Like the culture obviously is there,
Yeah.
but I would say it is weird though because I guess like they called it the screw face capital, right? So I don't know if that's what it is but it's not really like okay, like talking to girls is fine, but I would say like that again we talk about the industry and like things like that you realize like oh wait a minute there's some kind of like politics going on and like like and it's even worse there because I feel like there's more people so it's more like ingrained in like if you're a gatekeeper like you could really hold that gate closed if you really wanted to, you know what I mean? And it's hard to convince that person or it's hard to get close to that person, whereas like here the gatekeepers they're kind of just more like still operating from like a perspective of like okay I'm popular and it's like okay I'm gonna hold this gate because you know what I mean, whereas like there's just more people so it's like a different like scale of like
100%.
like
I feel as though like in Vancouver you got earn respect. It's mad. Like you really gotta like build your reputation before they even chat to you.
that's the thing I feel like though like it's you gotta ever like respect from like outside the city
Yeah,
first,
100%. As
like
soon as
for
you
sure.
start doing something from outside the city, then inside the city they start liking you.
Yeah, exactly,
I feel that that's definitely a thing because even like last year I did a couple of shows outside of here and then that's why I got more attention inside
right,
because social media is everything.
yeah,
Live in that world of social media, so it's like
right,
it's very that type of stuff. They look at your content, they see you're doing this, they see you're doing that. Okay, cool. This person is doing something different. Okay, let's book him.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But I will say though that like I feel like it's not a coincidence that like people from the UK, and I was telling you before, people from like Australia, like y'all are like mad cool and just like down to earth and shit like that. Like I'm like confused, like, cause like, you know what I mean? Like it's like weird. It's weird for like me because you would think like, oh well, they're from like a completely different place. Like how could they have like similar like humor, or like how could they like all of these different things, but at the same time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's so funny you say that. Like I also like I feel as though it's mad because even it's because like UK people from the UK or people from Australia places like that, they're just forward.
Right.
Around the bush.
Yo.
Yeah, they don't beat around the bush, fam. Like,
Right.
they just like say it how it is.
Yes.
Like I don't know how to explain it, but my boys over there, they just say it how it is. If they have an issue, they'll tell you, broski, I don't like this. Like, fix up.
Yeah.
They won't go do the whole thing behind your back, BS. No, they just tell you right away, like, yo, this is what it is.
Yep.
Like, fix up.
Bro.
They're just forward, innit? And when you see that, when you can see that as someone who's intelligent, when you can see that, yeah, that's so important, man, because it's like you can see, okay, you know what, this person just straight to the point. They're the authentic self.
Exactly.
And that's why you say that. It's because like a lot of people, they're the authentic self over there. They don't try and build a character.
Yeah.
So that's why they're like that. Like they just bear forward. Like even me, like every time I meet people from the UK, because there's a lot of people from the UK who live in Vancouver. They're just like, I just feel like I'm home because it's like, cool, fam. Like you understand. Like I don't even have to say nothing because you just get it. Like,
what the fuck, bro? See, okay, cause and you just reminded me of something, bro. Because like, bro, I was just talking to this one girl, right?
yeah.
And she was coming at me, kind of like hot. Like she was kind of coming at me like very like okay, so let's do this type thing. And I was like, okay, word. So I'm talking to her, and bro, I started having a conversation with her about like basically what I'm looking for, like in a relationship or like things like that. And I shit you not, bro, this is the second time this happened to me in life. She was like, oh nah, like I feel like I'm being interviewed, like as if you're like not that sure of like if I'm worth your time or not. And it just feels like an interview. It doesn't feel genuine, and so like I'm just off of it because I would much rather want to like just chill and vibe with the person and like have like a best friend and shit like that. And I was like, yo, like how do you get to know somebody if you don't ask them questions? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I'm like, bro, is it to the point now? Like, and I feel like is it Vancouver? I don't know, but it's just like you can't even be direct, bro. Like even in a dating sense, like what the fuck? Like, so I'm thinking that like, yo, me being just straight up with you is gonna be like, well, I'm just putting it on the table, like I'm just showing you my cards or whatever. But they didn't even fuck with that. That's crazy.
What, was she from Vancouver?
Yeah, she's from out here. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, like how like it kind of is like. I'm losing faith in like women in a way because it's just like, yo, how when I'm like just a conversation is too much. Like what are we doing?
Well, I feel like that's you know what, like a lot of people talk about how the Vancouver dating scene is notorious for like not being good. Like
Yeah, they do say that.
they say that a lot, right? And it's just like I feel as though it comes from both sides because a lot of the women who are here from their past, and it might not even be you, yeah. But from their past experiences, yeah, that kind of like trauma creeps in, yeah. So then they still have that mindset where, okay, I don't want to answer questions about this. I just want to chill and vibe, whatever. Because it might just stem from something before. Because truth be told, a lot of the man in here, like they don't have that. Like I can't stress this enough. Like when my boy came down here, yeah, he told me, he walked in, came to the club, he's like, why do a man not know how to dress out here?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so like, so that automatically, when like women are around that here, yeah, they automatically have that sense of like, yeah, a lot of these man and waste man. So they have like more of a shield per se. Yeah,
Word.
more of a front. You know what I mean?
But they can't recognize it like when they see like just like a real like nigga like bro like
I feel as though they can't recognize it because it's just like
they haven't seen
so
it.
used to a low standard, so it's like it's something so different that it like scares them away in a sense.
Right, right.
Right? Like,
Yo.
it scares them away. Get me? Like
Yeah.
they're so used to like man who don't know what they're really doing
Right.
that like they just kind of like okay, I don't know what to do. Straight up, like that's how it is. That's how I feel like it is like, and it's like even many times like back in the day when I moved here like many girls get surprised when you're just a normal gentleman like things that you get taught morals like simple morals from like
Right.
ask the girl her name, ask her if she wants to drink when you're out, this that like they get surprised by little things like that because they're not used to it. Certain men them already don't know what I want like they don't even know how to chat properly.
Right, right.
So it's just like so it comes from both sides. In my opinion, I've heard it from both sides. Men say, okay, cool, dating culture in Vancouver, horrible. Women say, dating culture in Vancouver, horrible, because, yeah, the guys here don't know what they're doing, whatever. So because it comes from both sides, even when there's a genuine man and a genuine woman, they sometimes might not work because of the trauma from beforehand. You know what I mean?
Right, even that, you know, for sure.
Like, it's mad because I'm studying like my master's of psychology.
Oh, dope. Here we go. That's what's up.
We're learning about like how like the human. I'm almost done. Like how the human brain works after like trauma. Innit?
Oh shit.
So like once trauma happens, yeah, like it's kind of like they need to be able to let go of that before they can move forward.
Right.
So when they hold on to that and bring it into the next relationship, that's what starts it off on a bad note.
Right.
Being able to kind of teach that knowledge and be like, okay, listen, I understand that this happened in the past or whatever happened in the past, but like you got to move forward.
Right.
It's about teaching people or teaching the opposite sex to learn from the past, like live in the present and then build for the future. You get it?
Yo.
So it's like
yeah. No, so like how does cuz I feel like most people probably don't think that they're bringing their past like forward, right? So like how do you know that you are or you're not? Like how do you even know that?
If it stems from trauma?
Well, like, okay, so for example, like imagine like, let's just say I go to, sit down with the girl, right? And then like, how will I know that like what I'm doing am I acting out of like a place of like trauma or am I actually in my current like present self? Like,
well, if it's you, yeah, you gotta ask yourself that beforehand, innit? Like you gotta really ask yourself, okay, am I asking too many questions? So like sometimes you gotta think from an introspective point of view, yeah, from the inside before you get it to the outside.
Right.
So it's like, but with regards to what you told me, I feel as though that's more of a like insecurity thing, like you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Okay, cool. Why am I getting asked so many questions like it's an interview when man's just trying to get to know you?
No, for sure.
Get to know where your mind's at, so he doesn't waste his time and go through everything, and then like you're not matching his needs, or you know what I'm saying?
100%.
And it's like really and truly, what it should be like is okay. I'm gonna ask you these questions, whatever. You ask me whatever you want to ask me, and I'll answer you fully.
100%. No.
If you can't do that with the person you're getting to know, then there's gonna be an issue on one side or another.
100%.
I get it. 100%, I get it. But I also definitely think that like because of like many people's like relationship issues here, or I feel like there's a lot of. This is why I've started doing psychology. Like there's a lot of sense of like anxiety and depression. A lot of people in Vancouver have that around because there's that stuff going around. It might be something like from an external factor. It's got nothing to do with you. That's just the fact that
right.
you might have gone through something that man was there demanding, there asking questions, and was like, okay, I feel like it's the same thing all over.
Right. No, exactly. And that's the thing too, right? Is that I was gonna say like you gotta be able to like look at somebody new and realize that this is somebody new. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I try to have I feel like I do it. Like I treat everybody as a new scenario. But at the same time though, I do believe that the dating process should actually be more of an interview process, because it just What's that?
You want it more structured.
I mean,
Like as in like yeah, like you have your needs, you know what you want. You want to see if the thing like if the goal actually.
yeah. Well, because like, okay, this is where I'm at with it, right? Like,
I'm so intrigued.
yeah. Because the biggest thing for me now at this point is I realize, yo, I'm trying to go like the distance in life. I just want to. It doesn't matter like what I'm doing. I'm just gonna try and always give it my all, right? So for me, I realized, okay, I think that I need the type of woman who either understands it or also wants to go the distance in her own life. That way we could at least relate, or she could like cater to me in some kind of way that's like understanding. You know what I mean? So for me, a lot of my questions end up being things that are like, so what do you want to do with your life? Like, do you, like it's like pretty basic, right? And I realize I'll get like different answers, like, okay, like, well, I'm, like I'm in this job now, and then like, oh, I guess like in a while, like I could do this job next, and I'm just like, okay, no, that's cool, I feel that, but more than what is easily accessible to you,
What's your ambition?
what's your ambition? Like if there was like no limits, like what's the craziest thing that you could want to do? What is that thing? Because I'm doing that thing with my life, so I want to know what that is for you, and then see if there's any ways that I can help, or if we're even just going in the same direction at all. You know what I mean? But I just feel like people don't know what they're doing. Like,
It sounds so. That sounds to me as if you want someone who's in the same mindset as you.
but see, that's the thing. I don't know if they need to be in the same mindset as me. I don't know.
But the same mindset being that they're trying to follow their dreams. It might not be the same dream as yours, but the same mindset being having the same hunger to do what you want to achieve in life together. And you're obviously you wanting to date a Goya who's like, for the long term.
Yeah. Well, like what you mean by?
When you're getting to know a Goya, obviously you're asking a question in terms of thinking the bigger picture, not the short term, right?
Right.
Correct.
Absolutely. No, 100%.
Because you're thinking about the long term, yeah. If the girl doesn't have the same type of vision, yeah, then that's why it's not gonna.
Right.
I always say like, if you can't envision the girl that you're dating or seeing in that white dress 5 years from now, or whatever, there's no point.
Ooh.
Don't waste your time.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I would not waste my time with any girl I can't see myself being with in the future.
Yeah.
Like I'm 29 now.
Right.
I've been DJing 10 years. When I was 19, I started DJing. I had my fun.
Yeah.
4 years, had my fun. I did whatever I wanted to do. Now it's more like I'm more grounded in a sense. I'm become more of an energy person. I can kind of like, even through doing this course, it really helps. It's nice to do something like that because you kind of start figuring out how people's mind works. And in a sense, like without really knowing I'm doing it, I kind of psychoanalyze. You get it?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, this is how this person moves. This is how this person thinks. This is how everything works. Yeah, and that's helpful because that knowledge I can put onto other people when they ask me. So when you told me that story about, okay, cool, I asked this girl their question, this, that, and then she was more closed off, didn't want to talk about it, wasn't feeling it.
Right.
It made sense to me because in my eyes it's just like, okay, there's something that troubles her from the inside, like that she felt like I was an interview when the questions you were asking were just basic questions to get to know her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just trying to get to know the girl, like.
Right.
So it's like sometimes you gotta see it from the other side to understand why it's happening.
Right. Oh damn, you made me think about something just now. Oh, okay, yeah, no, what I was gonna say was, and see, I feel like the problem too is that like at this point now, I feel like my standards are so high visually, like for women, like honestly, because you said, oh, what is that person in the dress got to be like, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about, okay, she got to look like a certain way, but aside from that now too, the inside though, so I'm like, to find them that have both, I feel like is, bro, like I didn't realize it was like, because you would think that it wouldn't be this hard, but at the same time it is crazy hard, bro. Like, and other thing too that I realize is like women, especially like if they're pretty, I feel like they are intimidated when you're not super impressed by their like looks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, you're gonna know that she's fine or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool, that box is checked. But if it doesn't move you, I feel like that's an offensive like stance to have with women these days too. I noticed that.
100%. Like I feel like it's mad. Like I feel like social media is just definitely has changed our perception of how we approach relationships and love and all that in general. So it's like it is very difficult to find something that that has both, but it does exist. I feel like it does exist.
I believe it does. Yeah.
Like what's meant to be will be. You know what I mean? So I feel as though it's more like trial and error till you actually find the thing that like actually moves you inside and then on the outside.
Right.
So remember, yeah, she might be beautiful now, whatever, but later on in life, all of that fades in it.
Oh no,
You're gonna
100%.
be the inside, right? Or else it just ain't gonna work. Like that's why like I always even say like if something don't work out, you're dating a good looking girl, yeah, and something doesn't work out, and then those looks in your eyes don't start looking the same, even if she's
Oh,
pretty,
bro,
you
trust.
still see through that, right?
Oh no, for sure, for sure. No, I'm definitely on that.
It's okay to be that way. Like,
No, yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like for me, I just feel like I have such a high standard looks wise and like personality wise to where it's like you just got to stimulate me, you know what I mean, like mentally, and I just feel like I don't want to say, like, I feel like it sounds cliche to look at like pretty girls and assume that they don't have any like personality or like mental, you know what I mean, horsepower. But, and I'm not saying that it's only just with pretty women either. I just think that because men are not like men anymore, we don't put the same pressure on women to like be anything like other than, like, oh, I'm happy that this girl is just like down to be my girl, or she's down to let me fuck or some shit like that. Like, so it's because, so don't get it twisted. I'm not like mad at women. Obviously, they're the only ones I'm interacting with, so I do feel it from the women. But I do think that the issue is that, men don't have any sort of standard at all.
no, they don't.
You know what I mean?
They don't, and that's what I'm saying, and it sets a precedent. So then, when you actually have a man who's got all the things that a woman would want, yeah, you kind of can get overwhelmed, innit? Like you just be like, okay, wow, he has high standards. My looks don't intimidate. I'm so used to men giving me so much attention and this and that, but like it's like cool. That man might give you attention, but is he actually going to attend to your needs? No.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
so it's like finding that balance, especially in this generation right now,
Mm.
is so much harder than what it was back then. You get it?
Right. Yeah.
Like I even talk to I look at my parents and it's like it's so much more old fashioned. I'm like, meet, fall in love, build a foundation, have a family, no issues, no BS.
Yo. Yep.
Now it's like, okay, social media this, social media that. She gets a lot of attention from their man them try DM this, that. So then when that girl gets someone who gets that similar type of attention, yeah, and this actually relates back to music, yeah, like
Okay. Yeah.
artists or whatever, you get that type of attention, yeah. A lot of girls don't know what to do with that, and their insecurities come in.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
okay, cool. Oh, he's an artist. He must get so much attention from girls.
Right.
Said that, it's like, okay, cool, but you're a pretty girl. You must get so many DMs from Amanda.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Same
it's like
thing.
the balls in your court. Like it's about. That's where trust and communication is supposed to come in.
Right.
Understand that? You get it?
Yo.
You gotta look at it from that. You're an artist, yeah.
Yeah.
You're already gonna be intimidated by that as it is. Isn't it?
Yeah.
You're already gonna have an image of you like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He does music. He's got these standards. He likes this, and this, and they go. So obviously, yeah, they're gonna have that perception in the back of their head, like, oh, he probably has bare goals on his line anyway.
Yeah. I've had a decent.
Like, innit?
No, yo, bro, I've had so many girls say, not so many, I'm just saying, like something that I hear like a lot will be like, they're asking me like, why, oh, I'm confused why you're like even interested in me. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Don't you think you're fine? Like, what are we talking about here? And
Security,
then, yo, and I'm just like, and I'm just like, I'm always asking like, so what do you think I would be going for? Like, what is that? Like, what do you feel like? Because I'm like, you're fine, right? Like, so what's the big deal? But I didn't really think about it like that though. I mean, like that's the thing, bro. Like I don't know.
It's just like they see you as this image, yeah, and then they're like, okay, why is he talking to me? I've and then this is what I'm saying. This is where the past comes in.
Mm.
The past and be like, okay, these moist men them back in the day weren't shit, yeah. Why is this guy kind of come up to me now? And this, so they only think there's only one agenda rather than, oh yeah, I'm actually trying to get to know you. No matter that I'm doing something with my life or
Right.
whatever. Like it's like then sometimes not used to with man them with ambition, fam. Or like you get
The
like
word.
you gotta think about it, fam. The trauma, I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. No, you definitely just kind of like opened my eyes to something just now because like even like I like normal girls, like regular girls, like not necessarily in the looks wise, like yeah,
And personality,
the personality, like just like
genuine,
yeah,
down to earth.
just a normal, you know what I mean? And so for me, like it just I could see now. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying,
You know what
bro.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's more like cool. They the so-called normal girls they're not used to interacting with someone who they deserve, right? They're used to
Mm.
interacting, and it's trauma, right?
Yo.
Like okay, the past guy. How many times have you heard this in Vancouver? Yeah, my ex treated me like shit. He did this, he did that, he did this. I don't trust him anymore. I don't trust guys anymore. It's hard for me to build.
Oh
Blah
yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Right.
Bro.
Right. No, yeah, I feel that. And to be fair, I mean,
And I understand it.
yeah. No, I 100%. I understand that completely, especially cuz I mean, I didn't always, like I definitely, had my moments of just being
Oh, I mean, we all do.
yeah.
At the end of the day, like it's our natural nature to, growing up, we need to be able to have our fun or whatever before we settle down. And it's just like historically speaking, like we take a longer time than women to mature and whatever.
For sure.
Once you get that out of your system, you actually like start thinking to yourself, you know what, like I want to settle down with a nice girl. I want to build a foundation. I want to have a good life, a family, this that.
Mhm.
Of course, we all want that, right? Especially when we mature. But finding that it can be difficult, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
it's about finding someone who's on your level, and it's like, as I said, it's like trial and error. Bro.
It really is, bro. It really is. I thought that I could figure it out somehow, but it really is like just try. You're absolutely
You meet
right.
certain people, and then you go through that relationship, and then if that don't work out, that's gonna lead you to the next person. It leads you to the next person. Finally, leads you to
Absolutely.
the right one, right? So it's just, and even these days, like people get married a lot later in life, man. Like I realize it, bro.
You're right. You're right.
It
Like
used to be early 20s.
yeah,
Like I remember when I was a kid, like, I'll be married by 25, 2 kids.
bro.
I'm 29.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I feel like now like the sweet spot's probably like late 30s, probably.
Late 30s, yeah, mid to late 30s. Now the way my mind thinks, it's like, okay, cool. I want to be married when I am financially stable, fully ready to commit, all of that stuff, because I don't want to have to struggle while I'm with my partner. I'm quite old-fashioned. Like I want my partner to be able to take care of house, take care of kids. I'll work. I'll do whatever you need. Just make sure all that side is taken care of. I'm Middle Eastern at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, but for me, I don't mind being that person who works and takes care of everything. But it's more about like I want to be able to live comfortably with my partner.
Right.
Stress.
Mhm.
You know how many times as well you get into a relationship with financial BS, this, that, when you're not in that position to be in a relationship, right? So it's about like that right time, and I feel like because of like the society we live in, it takes a lot longer to become that type of successful and financially stable person. Right?
Mhm.
So yeah,
For sure.
that way. It's about growth.
No, I feel that for sure. I would say for me, I would say it would be like, cause I'm like the type of person, me and the homie, right? Like I will like just on a random like day, I'll stay up to like 4 a.m. working on some shit, or like I will just like do
Grinding.
just grinding, right? So I feel like for me, it would be hard for me to picture myself settling down because for the most part, all the girls I know, they like really don't receive that type of shit well. Like if I don't, if I'm away from my phone, I've been like grinding, and I'm telling them, oh, yo, my bad. I was like the other night I was with the homie till late. One of my big homies were working on some stuff, and man, I was so tired too. Like I just wanted to go home, but at the end of the day, I was there, and then that meant that I stopped replying, and then that was like a whole thing I heard about later, and I'm like, yo, like the boy's really out here trying to like better himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like so I can't have that's just like for me, I can't have those.
Just like no patience. Like
Yeah,
saying like, and that it just all comes back to the phone. Like you know what I mean?
it's the phone, bro.
You can't actually like go work on things that you want to work on to be able to better yourself. If you have someone just belling up your phone the whole time,
Bro.
especially in music, it's all late nights.
Yeah,
It's all late nights. We work through the night. We're night people. That's just what we do in it. So
yeah,
if someone's not comfortable with that aspect, like it's even harder to find that person. So okay, cool. As it is right now, already dating culture is what it is.
right.
As an artist, as someone who works late and does all that stuff, it's even harder because not only that, you have that extra thing, the extra stigma.
Yeah.
We have a stigma.
Right. No, there's definitely a stigma. For me, I hate it though because like, bro, I started making music when I was like
Young.
12 years old, So for me, I don't know what, like I don't subscribe to whatever these guys are doing. Like I don't know them like that. Like I've been making music. Like I could go.
It's the media.
It's the media.
Okay, so the type of music you do.
No, yeah.
Look at the music videos.
Yeah.
Y'all everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
That they see that they're like, okay, or there's that type of thing, but they don't understand it's an art.
It's an art form, yo. Like it.
It's just like literally, we shooting this video, cut. That's it. I'm going home. I'm not doing that with none of these goals, but like,
Yeah.
I understand that. So the stigma comes into play, yeah, and then that's where they start overthinking.
Right.
Getting the text messages saying,
Yeah.
where you at? What are you doing? No, I'm just grinding.
Exactly. Yeah.
Focus. Sometimes I do the same thing. I hyper focus.
Right.
When I'm locked in, when you're locked into something, especially when you're a creative, yeah, when you're locked into something, you want to finish that thing so badly, and you want to get that off like your brain so badly that you don't even look at your phone, and that should be a blessing.
Yeah.
It should be a blessing.
Flow state.
Yeah, flow state, exactly. It should be a blessing, but they don't see it that way.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
They think, okay, yeah, he's talking to 20 other chicks.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I feel it. Well, damn, bro. I definitely got to get you back, bro, because I didn't even know you had all this, like, knowledge, like, you know what I mean? The psychology side of things, bro. That's the one thing I wish I took in school, which I didn't. But I'm like, man, if I could take anything, it would be that because it's just so interesting.
It's actually been eye opening. Like I did my bachelor's in law. I did law school first.
Oh shit, yeah.
And then I went and did my master's in psychology. And I'm like, I want to help people, but I also I like figuring out how people think.
Right.
And it can benefit me in my own personal life as well.
Right.
It's like it's crazy. Even as I'm learning in school, like I'm interacting with people, I'm like, oh, you know what? They're displaying this.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, you learn
bro.
so much,
Though I think I might have to do it, bro. I think I might have to just.
It's so interesting because your podcast, yeah, it's about like that love, relationships, and all that stuff. Right now, yeah, like my last unit, it's all about family and relationships.
Oh.
All that stuff.
Word.
This unit started today.
What?
Today, my last unit. 5 weeks from now, I'm done.
Oh man. So how about this? In 5 weeks, I'm gonna get you back over here, and we'll have this. Yeah. Okay, dope. No, that's dope, bro. Yo, I appreciate you like coming, all the way out. I think you came from like what, downtown?
Downtown, bro.
Yeah, no. From downtown is crazy, bro.
I've been seeing what you've been doing for a minute, and I was like, yo, man, I've been wanting to collab. Like we've been talking about collabing for a while, on and off.
Yeah.
I keep seeing these podcast videos, and I'm like, I need to be on here, chat my opinion. I want to be able to come on here, something different, right?
Yeah. Nah, bro. Yo.
Content,
For sure, man. No, I'm super grateful for you coming through, bro. And please, bro, let's keep this conversation going, not only on the podcast but also just in the city. Let's get some shit popping. I'm always with that.
We need more minds like yours, man. It's hard to change the culture without the people who want to change the culture being coming outside and
Right.
talking that cause. So you step out again.
Nah, for sure, bro. You
differently this time. You got people around you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's exactly, bro. No, for sure, for sure. All right, bro. Yo, well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. We had DJ Yaz. Yo, where can they find you, bro?
Instagram, DJ Yaz Official, and then YouTube is the Yazmatic Show. So we've just been uploading some mixes and some content as well. TikTok, DJ Yaz the Official.
Yo, that's fire, bro. I'm gonna start like playing your mixes in the office when we cause we play like mad dance hall in here too. Oh, bro, only. Like pretty much.
No, get me to come do a DJ set here.
Oh, yo.
I would have bought my set if you told me.
Oh, damn. Okay, next time.
Next time. Say no more.
Okay, bet.